Turk, and welcome to another Supremacy 1914 game. Today's game is not really a Let's Play, it's more of an explanation type thing that I used to do. It's more of a general discussion, really, and, and, and it's about role-playing in general. Not really in general, specifically the posting in role-playing, and what to write and what not to write, and how to write it, basically. General, um, but not really general. A step-by-step guide on what to do and how to go about it in role-playing. So, I'm just gonna add on to what I did in the first video, I think the second or third video I ever uploaded, which is also on my YouTube channel. And it's a general discussion on role-playing, including land swap and other things of that nature. So let's just get started and let's jump into, first of all, land swapping. So I'm going to say hi to Kevster, King Hadraya 4000, and Sir John Edward Pete. Moving on, as you can see, the first thing we're doing in this game right here is a 1760 historical, slightly alternate history roleplay. And as you can see, everyone's making their borders, everything is being spectacular and exciting. People are making posts that are exciting and very lengthy and full of information, just chocked full of it. Just, swelling with information. Look at this post. Look at these posts. They're just beautiful. The Commonwealth, Khalil Bey's governorship ends. Hail to the king. Russian imperial announcements. That's mine. It's a bit short, but, I'm working on it. So, as you can see, in historical style roleplays, in roleplays that we make, basically empires, and we recreate those empires of the past, the first thing we generally do is we start our land swap. So as I stated previously, land swapping is basically switching of provinces through war or trade, primarily through war, in order to get those borders up and make the countries that you want to see come to life. So the Swedish Empire of the 1700s, the 1760s is over here, and it looks wonderful, and he's successfully taken Finland, and Finland has allowed this because Finland is only there for land swapping and just giving his provinces away. Thankfully, this game is unranked, and roleplays, historical border roleplays like this one should be unranked because having rank sort of gives people a thought of not role-playing and just going in it for the land, basically land grabbing, which we will get into shortly. So, as you can see, the Russian Empire sort of has the Lithuanian region under its control. I've got to push north. I've got to conquer the Perm-Krai AI, the Western Siberian AI, and Northern Russia. And that'll be pretty easy because Northern Russia has also done his land swap and moved to the Holy Roman Empire, which is the region he plays. I'm not going to call it a country because it's more of a unified region. But yeah, so land swapping consists of speaking to the countries around you, letting them know what to take and what you're going to take and how to take it and everything and when to take it, obviously. Moving your capital and keep making sure those provinces don't defect and cause extra problems. You see, if this province, a few days ago, this province of Sweden's defected over to me, so I allowed him to take the province, and I didn't attack him, and I didn't touch him at all. And that's the point of land swapping. You guys have to do it as quick as possible, as efficiently as possible, and get your provinces down historically and fixed. Moving on to posting. There we go. That was the major point of today. You're supposed to make posts. So, first of all, I'm going to tell you what not to do when posting in roleplays. First of all, OOCs, or out-of-character statements, are not really supported in roleplays. They're not really the best or the brightest thing to do in a roleplay game. However, there is something worse that you can do in roleplay games, and that is just completely not post at all. So this is the 1919 roleplay of... I'm forgetful today. Of let's wait, patience of Estonian fans. And he is a wonderful role player, and he is a nice land swapper. This land swap looks really, really nice. America is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Although Toronto, I think it's Toronto. Yeah, Toronto should not be in American hands, but nonetheless, lovely land swapping. However, the problem here is nobody has posted at all, including myself. I know I shouldn't be evil like this. I shouldn't be horrible. I should post. I should try to post. However, people feed off of each other's posts, and as you can see, I'm scrolling through the days. I'm going back to day 24, day 23. It's like day 27 right now, and there are absolutely no posts out there. There's literally nothing there. So the problem here is, like I said, people feed off of each other's posts. If one person posts, then another person is enlightened and will most likely try to do so, or at least post something productive in order to further the roleplay. So yeah, he's just he War Legend, just OOC posts. Yeah. So that's pretty much what not to do in this sort of situation in a roleplay. You're supposed to post more often and post more things. Even if they're shorter, it's perfectly fine, so long as you do something to further the general game plot, because the plot is for your country to expand and dominate politically and diplomatically and militarily, however, do it by the rules given before us. Now let's go to the example of a good roleplay. Not to toot my own horn here, it's more of everyone else posting and me not posting enough. We have 9 posts in one day. At the most frequent posting thing, this is the 1922 or 23 roleplay on the world map with around 50 something players, because I'm not good with numbers. Anyways, the thing is 9 posts and 9 solid posts, I do believe. If this thing can just, load, I'd love to take a look at it. There we go. Right off the bat, you can see the 2 postings. They're really nice looking posts. One is the official, that's the Northern Ireland post. Yes, there is a Northern Ireland in this game. There's a Canadian post. You can see the amount of information, the amount of utter lovely, lovely facts, and most importantly, the OOC posts specifically in parentheses. So that's very nice. If there are going to be out of character statements and posts, I prefer, and I'm sure everyone else prefers, that we do it either privately or do it in parentheses in an effort to make it less important than it actually may be. That's really a lot of posting. You can see all these statements. And look, you're not initially forced to research your country completely. You can bullshit. There is nothing wrong with bullshitting posts. However, you have to make it so that it's logical bullshit. You have to make sure your bullshit makes sense. You can't just do random bullshit out of nowhere. I'm Japan, and I can't just bullshit being declaring war on America for nothing and just trying to attack him. Oh god, this lag is horrible. Anyways, the posts made in this game currently are pretty coherent, pretty rational, and very, very nice looking. Even the fact that the Greek government is currently taking over Istanbul and what is it? And Rhodes? Yep, Rhodos. He's made it so that it's very historic looking. He has the background changed. He has the City of the World's Desire statement on the top. He even has accurate lettering and language on their statement above. I'm guessing that's the City of the World's Desire in Greek. I hope so. Anyways, this is the sort of thing we want. This is the sort of thing role players love. Good looking, heavy statements and posts that are difficult to summarize, but can be summarized if people care about reading them. Obviously, in order to learn how to post correctly and post successfully, you're going to need to read a lot of posts. and try to develop your own sort of posting style. Many people use news bulletin style movements, such as the right here, the British Canadian government's Post Canadian, yeah, just the Canadian Post, with multiple articles within this post looking like it's straight out of the newspaper. Or you can go simpler and still pretty straightforward, which is what I prefer to do and what I really enjoy, such as major posts such as the treaty will not be signed and Portugal continue to move troops towards Brazilian border. So right off the bat, if you can start with a good heading, you can explain or just summarize the entire statement or whatever the hell you want to write in one fell swoop. And whatever you write afterwards is basically icing on the cake, and it's very nice, and it's very coherent, and well, wonderful. So these are the type of posts you want to write. What kind of posts can you think of writing about? Well, you can write about your country. Let's say French West Africa. You can write about economic development. You can write about creating railroads in new provinces. You can write about creating aerodromes in every province. You can write about building a factory for the first time, or second, or third time, and how it is assisting your economy. You can write about relations with countries around you, such as Spain, Nigeria, uh, the British colonies. You can write about your relations with your overlord, if you have one, or your relations with your colonies, if you have them. So there's a long list of things you can do. There are a lot of possibilities in role playing, and that's sort of what I want to explain to you guys here. You shouldn't be limited to what other people tell you, obviously. You should be limited to your own ideals and thoughts. For example, the South African government, the colonial South African government has turned communist. And that is not a problem because it is historically slightly accurate, considering the fact that around this time period, communism was a big thing in the 1920s and 30s. Many governments have turned right-wing or militarist, such as the Hungarian government. This is Hungary, by the way. Yeah, that's Hungary. Many countries have weakened. Many countries have strengthened. China has unified into two large scale states, Chinese Xinjiang and the Chinese Empire. The Russian Empire has defeated the communists and united the entirety of the Russian borders, thus ending its civil war. It just has, let's see, I think that's Kamchatka, left to take care of. So you can write about so many things. Just write. Basically write. Don't be lazy. I mean, you can slightly be lazy. You can make shorter articles. You don't have to be limited to writing 5-page articles because we're not here to read essays. We're here to have fun and look historic doing it. Thank you very much. Again, I am the Lightning Turk. Light and subscribe. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Peace.